So our turtles are moving quite fast. So I think that maybe they're moving a little too fast. And also, if you see them, they're kind of like rotating really quickly. And also, I want to kind of tighten up their amount of rotation. So instead of them turning left and right 90 degrees, I want to make it less than 90 degrees. Right. So if we come over here, we could see that, turtle 5 has a speed, turtle 4 has a speed. Every turtle has a speed, and if I wanted to make them all slower, I can go back and I could change the speeds to 3, right? But that would kind of take me a long time because I have to go to the first turtle, change its speed, go to the next turtle, change its speed, and so on. So instead, what I can do is I can create a variable for the speed. Okay, so like right here at the top of main, this variable could be local, so it should be local. And so I'm going to make my speed equal to 3. And now for all of my turtles, I'm going to use speed as the speed that the turtle is going to go. Okay, so that way, let me first set the speed all to the speed variable. So that way, if I want the speed to be fast, I can come up here and change this variable to contain the value of 9. And then all of the turtles will be set to a speed of 9, right? Because their speed will be set to the variable speed. Then the second turtle speed will be set to the variable speed. So if I do that and I run it, you'll see that nothing has changed. All of the turtles are running with a speed of 9. Right? But again, I think that looks kind of weird, the way that they're all kind of twirling around so quickly. So I'm going to turn my speed down to 3, and I'm going to run it again, and hopefully it looks a little bit more natural once the... so there we go. So looks a little bit more natural as the turtles are all coming out. And now the way that the turtles are turning a certain amount, they're turning 90 degrees, and so that's unnatural, right? That doesn't look right. So what we can do is we can come into our turn. Where does the turn happen? It happens right here, right? And so instead of turning left or turning right 90 degrees, what we can do is set it equal to a random number. Okay, and maybe we don't want to turn 90 degrees. Maybe that's too much. Okay, so maybe I want to turn from 0 degrees to 35 degrees. Okay, and then on the right, I want to also turn from 0 degrees to 35 degrees. That looks a little bit more natural. Like the turtle won't be turning all the way to the left or turning all the way to the right, right? It'll just be turning like a little bit. So how can we do that? Well, to create a random number from 1 to 30 or 0 to 35, we can use this random ran range, right? So let's go ahead and grab that, put it right in there, and let's do 0 to 30. And here we'll also do 0 to 30. Okay, so when it turns left or turns right, it'll pick a random number from 0 to 30, which is more realistic. And here on the forward is moving very slow, right? We could barely see it. So maybe if we change that to 30, that might be a little better, or 20. But let's go ahead and try 30 and see what happens. And hopefully this looks a little bit better. Okay, so now the turtles are all coming out and it's looking a little bit more natural, right? Okay, and then they're all moving towards the ocean, which they normally do. All right, and of course the game stops, or the simulation stops, when the first one hits the water. And so yeah, let's go ahead and make those changes, and maybe we can add a challenge exercise as well to the task here.